Hello everyone and welcome to another Explorer video. So it's been a while since I've taken a look at Explorer, but there is a really good reason to do so. Pioneer Masters has come out finally in Arena, bringing about 500 cards that were missing from Pioneer to Explorer. So I decided to check out the Explorer format today. So this is 8 Flayer's deck that is kind of the underdog in this format, and this was not exactly possible in Explorer before because obviously we didn't have a Soul Flayer, and the reason why it's called 8 Flayer is because we have 4 copies of Soul Flayers and 4 copies of Urborg the Scavengers here. And what they do is, when you delve, this comes onto the battlefield with all the keywords that you exiled with it. So First Strike, Double Strike, Death Touch, Haste, Hexproof, Indestructible, Lifelink, Reach, Trample, and Vigilance. Now the Urborg Scavenger does the same thing as Soul Flare, but except this one has to exile on ETB and when it attacks. So it's a little bit vulnerable when you play this card compared to the Soul Flare, because Soul Flare just comes with those keywords onto the battlefield, whereas the Scavenger has to exile after you play it onto the battlefield. But what's sick is that both of these actually doesn't have the keyword Defender that they can inherit. So what's a card that has Defender and Hexproof, and that is Sylvan Caryatid? So even if these cards exile the Sylvan Caryatid, all they inherit is Hexproof, which is amazing. And for our haste effects, we have Samet, Questing Beast, and Craigplate Balroth. Even though all of these have haste, they all provide different keywords. Samet provides Double Strike Vigilance, Questing Druid gives you Death Touch and Vigilance, and the Craigplate Balroth gives you Hexproof as well. And for the flying creatures, because flying is going to be important, so we don't want our Soul Flayers getting chump blocked all the time. So we have Deep Cavern Bat, which is a great disruption tool with the lifelink. And then you have Nighthawk Scavenger, which is something that you can just play it out, which is a great card as a standalone that doesn't really get hit by the graveyard too much because it only looks at opponent's graveyard. And then you have Zetalpa, which has Indestructible and Double Strike. So basically the gist of it is to create the Soul Flayers that can't really be interacted with. So Indestructible and Hexproof are going to be super important. The fact that a lot of these cards give this deck haste means that you can also be pretty fast when it comes to killing your opponent. But most of all, except for the Zetalpa, everything can be played out, which is great. So for example, there's also a card called Chromanticore, which is also a card that you could play. But again, this is a 5-color card, so even though it's really great for Soul Flayers, but it is also another card that you just can't play. So if you don't draw into Soul Flayers or Urborg Scavenger, that card could be just rotting in your hand. We want to minimize that, so the only card that you can't play in this deck is going to be the Zetalpa, since it has Indestructible. So thanks to that, I'm going to be hopping over to some Explorer Best of 3 to show you guys how the deck does. So let's hop on over. Okay. This could be really good. Opt. We have a nice curve into a Questing Beast. Although we're kind of taking a lot of damage. What a card. Oh, is this Phoenix? Good thing there's no Faithless Looting in this format. I might actually go with the Collective Brutality. We're actually... I didn't play a land, so I can go Grizzly Salvage into potentially a land here. Those are terrible mills. Yikes. think I'm just going to take away the lightning axe for finale. Yikes, that was a really bad mill. Hopefully we draw into something so we can collect a brutality and then set up a soul flayer. That's actually pretty good. Because if this gets killed, the scavenger can eat it, right? But if they don't kill it, we get to take away their removal spell. And if they do kill both of them, we can just soul flare. Man, Galvan iteration. I thought this wasn't this Phoenix? Yeah, wasn't this Phoenix? Oh wow. That's kind of brutal that it's into the Flood Maw. Well, I'm not really in a hurry. I guess I can cycle Brutality next turn and Soul Flare. Samet. I mean, I guess we just play this and opponent just bounce it. Not gonna bounce it. I'm gonna hold on to this for Collective Brutality. Okay, that's insane. Because now they get to also keep up a Blood Maw. Okay, so now the Soul Flayer can get Hexproof. I kind of wanted, you know, there's a Phoenix. Like, yeah, the fact that there's no lifelink is insane, right? So let's go Sylvan, Caryatid. Oh, we do have a lifelink flying. Oh, that's really good. Whoa, that's really good. Vigilance, Hexproof, Death Touch. I mean, I don't think you can beat that, right? So Into the Flood Maw main deck makes Leyline of the Void a bit weaker. I can't believe they're playing it main deck though. Whenever you cast an on-creature spell, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. So they're still dead. Unless they can like accumulate all the phoenixes. That would be kind of annoying. Oh my god. Just so many treasure crews. They only have 18 cards left. So opponent can stall for one more turn. Which is kind of annoying. Okay, so if we also top deck a Collective Brutality, we win the game. Or... yeah. Bat? Nope. What is this? Oh my god. They actually found the win con. This is their third treasure cruise. That is crazy. They might actually get away with this. They actually might get away with this. Which is, you know, a bit problematic, but... actually, opponent has 3 cards left. And this one requires you to... oh, it says you may draw a card. It's gonna be a close one. So I take the damage and then... I need to draw... okay, Questing Beast kinda does it. Belmer kinda does it. I guess even a Soul Flare kinda does it. Yeah, this is a bit problematic, isn't it? 1 card left. 1 card left. I can get Flying and Haste, Double Strike, Vigilance and Haste. The thing is, why would they surrender? The game's not over yet. You have a blocker, so I don't understand. Maybe they don't have a removal spell? Okay, 3 Leyline of Voids, 2 Ashocks, Witherbloom Command. I'm not even sure if this is actually that good. It does destroy Artist Talent. I'm not sure about the Fatal Push, honestly. I mean, we gotta cut 7 cards, which is kind of hard. I don't want to cut any of the lifelink cards. I think we just go down on Fable. Copy of a Grizzly Salvage. Maybe some copies of a Questing Beast. And a Soul Flayer. I think the Ashok might be too much, though. Like, this is for Lotus Field so that they can't search, but... yeah. Let's try this. Okay. No ley lines, but I mean, the Urborg is really nice. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Do I have to play this? I'm gonna start with the Sylvan Caryatid. Might be wrong though, but I wanna guarantee me being able to play the Scavenger next turn. So, oh, that's actually fantastic. So, we go Fable, and we get rid of a Zetalpa. Temporal Trespass. Yeah, Zetalpa and maybe Deep Cavern Bats so that we can gain lifelink. I mean, that is if opponent like, you know, taps out, but really don't think they're going to be tapping out here. We'll see. I mean, if they do tap out, I'm like so glad. I'll be so happy if they tap out. Okay, they did tap out. So we have although if they have more of these bounce spells, that's pretty bad though. Maybe getting hexproof is a lot better. Yeah, maybe getting hexproof is a lot better here. And then next turn, play like Deep Cavern Bats, and if they exile it, it'll even be better. Actually, can you target... Oh, it says target any creature. So I can play Cavern, Witherbloom on my own bat, make into a 5/5 double strike vigilance. Like, that'll be crazy. It looks like Phoenix is not coming out. I think opponent's dead. The Scavenger is just insane. Well, you attack. Okay. So we Deep Cavern Bat. And then we Witherbloom Command. Actually, opponent's dead. Wow. Opponent tapping out there was so good for me. Okay, this hand could be fire if we can somehow get rid of our cars here. Interesting. I think we have to get rid of the Kiora. Ooh, double Cavalier Thorn. Pretty good. Collective Brutality. Oh, that does it. We can get the Zapalta in. Oh, this is sick. I don't think the life total matters too much. Okay. Not bad. We might actually have to Urborg there. Storm the festival. Yeah. Unfortunately so. Actually, do we have a haste? No haste. I'm gonna keep these lands. Oh, wow. What a pickup. What a pickup there. I think we have lost the game because of this random behemoth pickup, man. That's insane. Really bad mills too. Yeah, really bad mills. Actually, no. I think we are dead because we... Okay. Bitter Triumph. Thought Seizes. Hexproof doesn't matter. I'll go down on Fable. Salvage. Does the mono green still play Karn? Oh, Karn is banned in Pioneer. Right. Witherbloom command seems good because it can kill land orbs and stuff like that. These all seem good. I'll go down on a Soul Flayer because it's a mono green deck. They don't really interact. I think Scavenger is unironically better. I'll even go down on another copy of a Fable. 3 Thought Seizes might be too much. Pretty similar hand. Okay, Lucky. Invasion of Ikoria. Okay. Wow. What a pickup, right? What a pick up right there. Actually so insane that they got that. How do I beat that? Are you kidding me? We just don't have enough time because they high rolled into a ley line. And then they just top deck the Nykthos. Yeah, I think this game is actually over because no matter what I do, I'll probably lose this one. They're just gonna play the Storm of the Festival. Or they can even go Ixalan, attack into the thing. I just don't know how I basically need the Storm of the Festival to whiff. Yeah. I mean, maybe I could have taken this Cavalier there. Oh my god, they just top decked the Storm of the Festival. No way. Okay, I think we lost. Oh man. Wow, that was insane. Oh, Collective Brutality plus Urborg? That seems pretty sweet. Oh, but we have double tap lands though. I guess I can go Commercial District and to try to look for an untapped land. That is also really good. I'll actually keep that. Omnath. So the thing about getting the Zapalta down, it's good, but it's not like that great. Because technically they can top deck a Leyline Binding, which can be pretty problematic, but... So let's hope that that doesn't happen. Yeah, let's hope that that doesn't happen. So I can go either like Collective Brutality again to get the Scavenger, but I don't think getting a Lifelink Death Touch is that relevant. However, that could be really good. It's only when it enters. Oh, they're missing green though. Get that in there. Get double strike. Let's hope they keep missing green. Yeah, let's hope they keep missing green there. It's only instant speeds and sorcery. Yeah, that's a little bit problematic, isn't it? Yeah, that's actually not bad. Ooh, we got Hexproof. There we go. There we go. It would be nice if this deck actually had a Menace too. Right? I feel like they left a little bit early. They could have found a board wipe too, right? So I believe opponent plays a Rest in Peace in that deck. Pick your poison, Wither Bloom command. Not bad. This can get rid of a Leyline Binding. Let's actually have a Thoughtseize as well. I don't think this matters too much, but we'll see. We don't want to be weak to Graveyard too much. Let's go down on a copy of a Soul Flayer. Actually, Soul Flayer is going to be a little bit better than Urborg in this case. Go down on Grizzly Salvage. What do we want to do? Do we want to still go down on Urborg? -1. -1 Questing Beast. We do have black for Collective Brutality. Might be okay. Okay, nice. And we find the Overgrown Tomb as well. Everywhere. I could do like double brutality here. That's a thing. Or I could go Fable, but what should I do? I'm gonna go with the Fable here. Because I want to get to Soul Flayers as fast as possible, right? Okay, so we can even go like double brutality on this Omnath. That's a thing. I could even almost hardcast this, but let's just get to our cars faster. Let's actually salvage first. We might be able to get like Soul Flayer. No. Okay, let's go Cavern. Is it better to attack with a Shaman and then Collective Brutality the Omnath for -2/-2, or just play the Cavern? Let's actually just do this. Because if they don't block, it's free. If they block, it's also free. Oh, got me there. Nicol Bolas, huh? That's so interesting. Nicol Bolas. And we'll just play Questing Beast, attack. Oh, they just found the... My opponent just found the ley line. Lucky, lucky. Honestly, they were actually pretty high on life. They could have just binding the Cavern and then do it again. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Opponent just top decking like that. We also kind of have a really good top decks, like Soul Flayer's good. Urborg is good. So here's a question. What do we do? If I upkeep draw exile something, that's not bad, but they have a Yorion. Like if they draw a land and then they Yorion, I guess they can just play it instantly, so I should have actually upkeep drawn. Reflection Kiki-Jiki. Copy the Deep Cavern Bat, and like if it's a sorcery card, take it away for a turn. Yeah, we're in a really bad spot. They're in a commanding position because of a binding top deck. Okay, so it didn't matter. They actually should have just vanishing first, so that they can just attack into this, right? But we're gonna probably lose here anyways. They just have too much life. Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna bring back another Urborg. Collective Brutality hasn't been that great. Because unironically, they play too many creatures and enchantments. Might cut a card. I mean, Caryatid is good, everything is bad. It's a good hand, otherwise, if we believe in a land, but... Do I believe in a land? Do I believe in a land? I mean, it's probably better than going to 5, though. Because if we just can get a land, we can Witherbloom command for a land as well. So bad. For the last game to go like this. Nah. Okay. That sucks. No lands, but we milled a lot of good stuff. We can play it. Hexproof Haste. I mean, that's so good, right? We just play it? Question is, do we want to shock ourselves? Leaving a Soul Flare back for the Belmert? I think the answer is yes. Okay. That's really good. And if we get a land, we can also haste in a Questing Druid as well. I mean, Questing Beast. Also, sneaky lethal here with the Witherbloom command. Wait, they just discarded Supreme Verdict. So they have a way to get rid of the Soul Flare. Oh wait, the Soul Flare has Indestructible. Because we got the Zapalta. Okay, we're good. Yeah, we're good. Oh, they're gonna gain life. They're gonna gain life. Unless... Belmerk mills another haste creature. That is the worst mill ever. That is, in fact, the worst mill ever. Wow. Yeah, that is, in fact, the worst mill ever. I think we saved this for next turn to combo with the Soul Flare. Or should we just play this out to get a land? That is so sad. I think we just do this now. Because we could top deck a... Wow, that's a pretty bad mill as well. Because we could top deck Cruel Brutality and then we can get rid of this to haste the Soul Flare in. Okay. Very nice. Wow. Oh, come on. Do we keep this? Like, it's so good if we just draw land. Oh, thank God. There is a God. Okay, good stuff. Let's go. Oh my God, that is actually insane. Hold up. Do I just not win? Hexproof? Indestructible. Flying Death Touch Lifelink. And then we leave one of them back. Insane. I don't think you can beat that. I don't think you can beat that. Yeah, I don't think you can beat Vigilance, Flying, Lifelink, Double Strike, Hexproof, Indestructible, Trample. Yeah, this deck seems very good against Phoenix. This is the second time I'm playing against Phoenix, and it's been doing wonders. Wait, they play Expedition map. It's not a Phoenix? It's not a Phoenix? Hold up. Not a Phoenix. It's not a Phoenix. Interesting. Oh, it's Lotus Field. It's a Lotus Field. I see. Okay, Ash Oxen. Really good versus that deck. But wait, but why are they playing this? Is this common in the Lotus Field deck? What if it's like a Lotus Field plus a Phoenix deck? Okay, I just googled and Artist Talent is a staple there. I'm not sure what else to bring. I guess I can see myself playing Witherbloom Command to destroy things like these. But I think that's probably gonna be it. I do want haste creatures. I don't think we need Nighthawk Scavenger for lifelink. I'm gonna go down on Fable again. I'll go down on Zapalta, 2 Grizzly Salvage. Okay, Ashok is a really good card, but everything else kinda sucks. So hopefully, like, we draw into something here. Oh, Leyline. I think I have to Besage that. Actually, do I have to Besage you? Do I have to Besage that? Yeah, Leyline is kind of annoying, isn't it? I don't think I can Besage that. Because I need to play Ashiok. Doesn't this deck play a lot of search effects? What to do? I guess I can just... I'm conflicted. I think I'm just gonna pass.
Scream. Surrender your agony to me.
Yeah, could be wrong doing that, but... I don't know. Because this is my first time playing against this deck, right? So I'm... not sure. Let me mill my own deck.
This is my masterpiece.
That's insane. Yeah. Insane. So currently they can't search at the moment. Things that are shut down are like ultimatums, their tutor spells, things like that. So we'll see. Also just one more land. So this is gonna be opponent's last turn, I think. Okay, hopefully we mill something decent.
Behold my epilogue of fear.
That's unfortunate. Because of Boseiju, I can't just Thoughtseize myself. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that kind of sucks actually. No. Because this is double black, right? I can't just go Thoughtseize into Soul Flayer. And this says target opponent because of so Leyline Sanctity doesn't even work. Land was lethal. Good Ashok Mill was lethal, so that kind of sucks. Darn. Wow, I actually came back from a bathroom break and it's still going. The combo is still going. Maybe Ashok isn't doing anything. Uh-oh, opponent's gonna run out of time. Yeah, like, look. Like, you don't have time to combo. But yeah, that deck seems unplayable in Arena. Okay, so we played some games today. The deck was decent. The games that I've actually lost were due to me not getting enough creature cards in the graveyard to actually make the Urborg Scavengers and the Soul Flayers untargetable. And then we also lost a game to a mono black that had some edict effects such as Liliana and Shelter's Edict. But that's really about it though. The deck does seem kind of sick when it works. It's just that a lot of the times I do lose happens to be because I missed with the Grizzly Salvage and the Belmerk. The Grizzly Salvage seems just absolutely insane because you can turn to a Grizzly Salvage into a Soul Flare instantly. Belmerk is also pretty good, but problem with the Belmerk is that this doesn't return you a land, so you might not be able to just play out the Urborg Scavenger if that's the only thing that you have and you're missing on a third land. So the Grizzly Salvage is going to be the better card here. And we played against a lot of different decks today, but we did beat 2 Phoenix decks, which is supposed to be the top tier deck. And it does seem like there's a lot of them in the ladder. So that's also really good because, I mean, how are they going to beat Indestructible, Hexproof, Double Strike, or First Strike with the lifelink, right? Like, how are they going to beat that? I don't think you do. So they do have to rely a lot on being able to disrupt our graveyard. But yeah, thankfully, our graveyard hasn't really been disrupted today. And the times that it has been disrupted were answered immediately with the Witherbloom command. This card is just so good in this deck because it mills, plus you can also destroy a permanent as well that's of mana value 2 or less. And it does seem like it's pretty good against Phoenix, creature decks that play a lot of 1/1s, like mono green. And it's also really good against things like Hidden String as well because they also play that 2-mana red permanent that loots a card whenever you play a non-creature spell. There's also a lot of like different things you can add. Like for example, you could even play things like Chromanticore as well, because this one has like Flying, First Strike, Vigilance, Trample, Lifelink, right? But I like the fact that this deck, you can just play out all the cards that you need except for Zapalta, and you can kind of assemble these keywords anyways in the deck, but you can definitely play this card over something else. Hard casting things like Questing Beast, Salmon is definitely a thing in this deck because the Sylvan Caryatid also ramps into it, despite this being a 20 land deck, right? And the fact that we have a Grizzly Salvage means that like you can reliably get to our lands, right? And also, I did actually go down on a Scavenger because although the Scavenger is better than Soul Flare, but this one's a little bit vulnerable because when you play this card, opponent can answer it in response to this exiling a card. So I do prefer the Soul Flare a little bit more. But so I did go down on this card because I've been missing a lot with the Grizzly Salvage and Belmerk as well into milling the relevant cards. So I did go down on a card even though it's called a Flayer. Now we're playing 7 Flayers. And what I did was I added in another copy of a Craig Plate Beloth so that we have another haster with the hexproof. So yeah, that is gonna be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye bye.